Hi, my name is Latifa Ali, and we're here for another edition of At the Crossing. And today we have a really special guest, Arafat Akbar, who's going to be talking about an event that's up and coming, Black All Year. Arafat, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. All right.
Well, a lot of people talk about Black History Month being the shortest month of the year. They talk about should we be restrained to 1 month? And you took it to the next level. You actually believed what you heard. Tell us a little bit about the birth of Black All Year. What is that about?
All right. So as you said, you can't. For me, you can't fit one of the greatest legacies on earth in the shortest month of the year. I usually say the greatest legacy on earth, but I'll be humble for this one. And so, Black All Year, I felt like is an encouragement for Black folk to celebrate themselves all year round, and not just, 1 month of the year, not just slavery, but what about the things that we're great at? I think it's time.
So, do you feel like Black All Year is like the Roxbury Renaissance? I mean, what is that? You talk about a utopia. What is the utopia in Roxbury?
It's a utopia in a sense that it has a little bit of everything. Like it has, I heard someone from the last time we did it that said, that was the best model and example of community that they had seen. It's not just entertainment, it's not just commerce, it's not just community. It's just all of that in one package, and it's almost like, it's almost like a vacation away from traditional Black life. And if we lived in a utopia, in a world where we were all healthy and we didn't have some of the the issues that hang over our community and all that, it's just that one day where this is a model and example of the potential and the beauty that we have in our community.
So when you say in a model and an example for the potential, can you give us a glimpse? Take us back. This is the third?
This is the third annual, yes.
And so have all of them been, this one's going to be at Hibernian Hall, right?
It's going to be at Hibernian Hall.
Is there a significance about it being in
Hibernian Hall?
Yeah.
There's a significance about it being in Roxbury or in an area where, there's a concentration of Black folk. And that's not to say that it's only a Black event. We are very multicultural. But there's a significance of it being in Dudley Square, where it's one, accessible, it's in our community, so we're inviting others in our community to celebrate. And that's the significance. We are building, Hibernian Hall is a very nice establishment, and we built a great relationship, so we appreciate that too. But the first year it was in Grove Hall at the Freedom House, so that was also significant in the heart of our communities.
So you're utilizing the community to do events. So you're kind of saying to the community, we have resources that we could use to show our best selves. Mm-hmm. And then you're showing the best selves. How do you pick the artists that are part of Black All Year?
Essentially when we pick the artists for Black All Year, we pick people based on talent. We pick people based on, how do they represent their culture and their nationality. We have, the Asian nation represented. We have, Caucasian. We have, the islands represented. We have the African Americans. And we pick people based on how they represent the family and how they represent their culture. And then also, we try to make sure that the entertainment is family friendly, and that, that grandma can come and she's not going to be offended at or appalled at what she just saw happening on the stage, and that no parents are going to be angry afterwards about, what their children learned by looking at the stage and what they heard. So we really want it to be all inclusive. We want everyone, no matter what nationality, no matter what age, to be able to come to Black All Year and take part in this experience.
I understand when you pull these artists together that you also kind of make a story. It's not just about the individual artists and the work that they've done over the course of their career, but also about how it interconnects into the story of the history of that element of art in the community. Can you share a little bit about that vision?
Yes. And just kind of tying into your last question, we try to get as much diversity as possible to be able to, to display sort of a plethora of the skills that we have in our community. So we have poetry, we have hip hop, we have dance, we have just instrumental, we have singing. So as diverse as we can be about the type of talent, is important. And then, and I'm sorry, that was that part. Could you just repeat an element of that question again?
The other part of that is, how do you interweave the individual artists and their strengths with the story of the overall the overall story that you're trying to share with the community?
Yeah. So we didn't want Black All Year. We aim to be not to just only highlight entertainment, but to highlight the significance of that entertainment. Just tying back into culture. A lot of times people would think culture is just about entertainment, and it's just about having fun, and it's just about dancing or hearing music that makes you feel joyful, or energetic at the time. But culture has deep roots in purpose and survival and legacy in terms of passing on values and passing on best practices throughout time. And so that's what we try to do. We try to connect the arts back to not only sort of the history of its invention and where it was created and what people and folk it connects to, but also the purpose in terms of this is all about unity, and this art can also support life, and promote the type of lifestyles that we want to see and promote the potential of our community.
So you're getting various snapshots of that utopia throughout time to kind of tell not just a story, but to kind of say this was an important aspect of, like, tap dance was maybe communication.
Yes. Yeah, and then also, I mean, if you're Latino, come out, because we have, people who from the, Latino heritage who are coming and representing, what their culture means to them, and how that ties in historically, and also how that ties into the African continent. You have Afro-Latino, and we're not as distant as we might think,
I want you to hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with At the Crossing with Arafat Akbar.
Roxbury Community College is a dynamic, affordable, and diverse academic institution that will prepare you for the educational and workforce challenges of the 21st century. Roxbury Community College offers a positive, caring learning environment in which you can broaden your horizons, earn an associate degree, a certificate, or take classes of your choosing to advance lifelong learning. Roxbury Community College offers many great programs and employment opportunities, and courses are transferable. So what are you waiting for? Call the admissions office or visit our website and register today.
We've been speaking with Arafat Akbar, the founder, CEO of LightSpeed Entertainment that is hosting Black All Year. This is the 3rd annual Black All Year. And he's going to talk a little bit about how culture intertwines with entertainment to kind of leave a legacy. So you were talking about that you pick artists that are representative of diversity in the community. How do you share with them that they're not only going to perform, but they're part of this bigger message?
Wow. Fortunately, Black All Year has established a name for itself, and also LightSpeed Entertainment has established a culture in terms of people know, that if it's a LightSpeed Entertainment event, it's about community, and it's about, upliftment, and it's about family, and it's about youth, and sort of a lot of different themes and things that come into play. And then, so I would say the beauty of this being our 3rd time around was when I sort of convened and corralled with the artists. They volunteered, what they were going to contribute in terms of culture, which makes it even more authentic, people, because, I think they looked at it as an opportunity to highlight their culture and to present the best of what they know about their culture. And they were excited to even tie that into the sort of Black theme of Black All Year in the Black community.
Let's talk about some of the artists that you've attracted, because there's some good names out there in the community, really some big names for this area. April Stanford?
April Stanford. She is a diamond in the rough. She's a gem. I think she's just a blessing to be able to work with. I mean, she's someone who I think has all the qualities of someone who could be in Hollywood right now or could be playing, across the U.S. on the radio.
She reminds me of an India Arie kind of.
Yes.
Her style is all that.
Yes, very soulful. So April Stanford is going to be coming to do. She has a very special Nina Simone song she's going to do for Black All Year that she thought would be appropriate. I won't mention what that is. You got to come out and, the audience.
I'm a fan of Nina Simone. So
yes, oh my God, the song is great. So we have April Stanford. We have our brother Numero, Unique Sounds, the band who, they've just done a lot to establish themselves around Boston. Just a great and very professional band. We have from the islands, Mr. Ice, coming all the way from Jamaica, he's resident in Brooklyn. He's coming all the way to Boston, to share his talent with us. Also a phenomenal entertainer. The House of Nadra, who is well known, not only in Boston for her cultural wares and her cultural attire. We have some of our local authors. We have in terms of hip hop. I don't know if I should just keep going, but
the House of Nadra, I know, was listed as #1 fashion designer a couple of years ago by a fashion magazine.
Yes, yes.
So I mean, she's unbelievable. She really is someone who could be on the runway of cross section of Africa and Paris. Right?
I mean, those are the things that I think, I feel so blessed to have being part of Black All Year. And this is what we mean by utopia, in terms of we have so many gems and so many jewels and so many talented people right here in Roxbury that, we do have all the tools and all the elements of a renaissance.
And you've expanded this. So now you're doing 2 shows in one day. Yes. Before you were doing 1 show,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And that's because I know for the events that I've attended, it's been standing room only. You guys have sold out. I mean, it looked like fire marshals need to be called when you guys have events because it's just so many people trying to get in. How do you get that many people? Because I heard you're like the Pied Piper of attracting people to venues.
Well, I might have to charge if I told you that. But what I would like to say is that the energy brings the people. People know that it's about positivity. They know that we put a lot into giving people a quality show. But not only that, it's a quality show that, like we say, Black All Year, it's to help you feel good about yourself. And people felt good when they left, to see that, one, this is the legacy that I'm a part of, and to actually feel like it when you walk outside that door, that you actually do want to be Black All Year and bring that with you around. And then also to be a part of the talent and just, sort of be reminded of what we have here in Boston and all the good energy we have here in Boston.
You attract local politicians to be part of this messaging.
Yes.
Councilor Tito Jackson,
yes,
from Roxbury is in the house. He always shows his most humorous self.
Yes, yes.
Why is that important to have local politicians as part of this as well?
It's important because, this is an opportunity, an authentic opportunity for them to engage with the community. And I think the beauty of Black All Year and also, your participation as co-host with Tito Jackson is that it felt authentic. It wasn't sort of like, okay, let me fix my tie and straighten up, and even though he was professional, I think he genuinely had fun. You two guys have a great chemistry, so you keep live and keep the audience engaged. And I mean, you seem like you're authentically having fun. I can't speak for you, but it seems like it.
Well, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and wrap it up with Arafat Akbar, LightSpeed Entertainment, and Black All Year.
Roxbury Community College is a dynamic, affordable, and diverse academic institution that will prepare you for the educational